Hey guys, it is Wednesday, May 21st, and I think the last video I posted was when I busted my head open. And so after that happened, I hiked a couple of miles, and what's unusual in Virginia is I actually found a stream that was actually crossing the path, the hiking trail. So I stopped for a minute, kind of washed myself up a little bit, and just kept hiking. I finally got to the restaurant, and I asked the lady for a menu. She goes, we're closing. And I looked at her, I said, man, I just hiked 19 miles to get here. And she looked at me and she gave me a menu and she says, just order what you want, darling. I said, oh, that was awfully nice of her. So I ordered my hamburger and a milkshake, and while I was waiting for it, I went to the bathroom just to wash my hands and wash up a little bit more. And when I looked, I still had dry blood running all down the side of my face. So I don't know if that gave me some sympathy points or not, I don't know, but I got my hamburger and milkshake, so it worked out. So I left there, I hiked to just stealth camped. I found a tent spot, nice little tent spot, and I thought it was nice. I went to set up my tent, and of course in the Shenandoahs it's pretty rocky, so I couldn't get my tent stake in. So I picked up a rock to hammer the stake in, and apparently I disturbed a ant's nest, because ants went everywhere. So I had to scoop up my tent real quick, and it was the last tent peg I had to put in, last one. Everything was set up, so I took everything down real quick, and there was another little tent site probably about 15-20 feet away. So I just ran over there and put it up real quick and slept there for the night. Got up the next morning, started looking at the weather, and that was last night when a storm hit us pretty hard. So I slept in the shelter, and it was still raining pretty hard this morning, so we slept in. So I didn't start hiking until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. It's about 12:30 right now, and the rain came and left, and which is no big deal, but the sun doesn't come out. I mean, look, I know it's kind of a lot of trees right now, but it's just misty and foggy. And so that was the problem I had last time, or the last storm that came through, is it soaked my tent, and the sun didn't come out for like 4 days, so I couldn't dry any of my gear out. So until the sun starts coming out, I'm gonna have to keep sleeping in shelters, because if not, if I set my tent up, it's gonna get wet from all the moisture and everything. So I'm gonna have to go from shelter to shelter right now until the sun comes out, and it's still showing clouds for the next couple of days, so we shall see. So I'm only gonna do, I think it's 14 or 15 today, to the next shelter, and then we'll check the weather again tomorrow. Hopefully it gets a little better. But still heading to, I should be out of the Shenandoah Park by tomorrow, and heading to Harper's Ferry. Working my way there, one step at a time. What else was I gonna tell you? Oh, and when I get to the shelter tonight, I'm gonna videotape it for y'all, send y'all a video, because for some reason, all throughout the trail from Georgia all the way up, they called shelters. But here in the Shenandoahs, they call them huts. They look the same, they appear to be the same, but every time you look it up on the Far Out app, all the shelters here are called huts. So they're a little bit different, not much, but when I get there tonight, I'll video it for you and upload it to show you what I'm talking about. So, all right, guys, just checking in. Everything's good. I'm still alive from a head wound, and just enjoying this beautiful weather. So, love you guys. Pray, read your Bible. Miss all of y'all, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.